Hello students, let us start a new topic, that is chromatography. So as we know, chroma is nothing but color and graphy is nothing but written. Okay, so in Greek words what we can say here? Chroma. So chroma is nothing but what here? Color, and graphy is nothing but written in Greek words. So generally this chromatography was first discovered by Michael Sweat. Michael Sweat at 1906 in plant pigmentation. By using this chromatography. Okay, so here by using chromatography means the chlorophyll or xanthophyll, whatever it is there in the plant pigmentation, so that is separated by using chromatography. So by this what we can say here, chromatography is nothing but this is a separation technique, means it is a separation technique in which the mixture of components is separated to individual components. That one we call it as what here? Chromatography. So what is chromatography? We can say here the mixture of components is separated to individual components through separation. That one we call it as what here? This one we call it as chromatography. So this is nothing but chromatography. So in this chromatography, generally what is the purpose of chromatography? In this lesson mainly we are going to discuss about the techniques of the chromatography, like paper chromatography, thin layer chromatography, column chromatography, HPLC, gas chromatography, ion chromatography. So these are the techniques in chromatography we are going to have. Okay, so coming to here, what is the purpose of using the chromatography? The purpose of chromatography, the use of chromatography is nothing but depends upon the size, charge and structure. So based upon this, the chromatography we are going to discuss. Okay, so size, as we know, basing upon the taking of the size of the column, tube, that all we are going to take, means when we do the separation, so the separation should be coincide with the size, charge and structure. And here we are having the basic terms, that is the we are going, before going to this we should know the basics of the chromatography. So that is first one, chromatography definition. So as we have discussed here, the chromatography is nothing but what here? The mixture of components. It is a separation technique. The mixture of components is separated to individual components. We call it as chromatography. So next one, let us see. Next one we should know here, separation. So separation consists of mobile phase and stationary phase. Without knowing these two, we cannot speak about the chromatography. So then what is mobile phase? Mobile phase is nothing but moving. Moving phase we call it as mobile phase. Stationary phase is nothing but immobilized, which is not in moving position. That one we call it as stationary phase. This one mobilized phase, this one immobilized. So means what? The mobile phase means whether the gas or liquid, whatever we are taking, it should be in the moving position. And coming to stationary phase, it is a immobilized. To clear view of these two, so let us see, let us understand in picture diagram. So here I'm taking a one tube. Okay, so coming to here, now let us see here. Already we are having stationary phase. So this is the stationary phase which is not in the moving position. Okay, immobilized phase. So see here clearly, this is the stationary phase already present. Let us take it will be a solid. The stationary phase is here solid. So to this stationary phase I am adding some mixture of components. To this what I am adding? Solvent, means mixture of components I am adding. Now through this I am taking mobile phase. So what I am taking here? Mobile phase, whether it is gas or liquid. So now what happens here? The mobile phase is traveling through the stationary phase in which already the mixture of components is present. Now what is the main theme of this here? We have to separate the individual components, means individual chemicals we have to separate. Okay, so whenever the mobile phase is passing, so here already in the stationary phase the solid we are having. In this solid we are adding what here? Mixture of components. So through mobile phase what happens here? Through mobile phase whatever mixture of components is there, it is going to pass to the detector, then afterwards it is going to separate. So this is a individual components. I think you have clear about the separation. So see here, mobile phase is nothing but moving. Okay, mobilized phase means whether you are taking gas or liquid, it is going to move, means which is going to separate the mixture of components, the mobile phase. And coming to stationary phase, what here? Immobilized. So in a tube what I have taken here? Solid I have taken, which is in a immobilized phase. So to this I have added what here? Mixture of components. So whenever I had a mixture of components here, so then what happens? It is in the solid. So now what happens? The mobile phase. If you take liquid or gas, so the mobile phase is moving towards the stationary phase to separate the individual components. So this is nothing but what here? So this is nothing but separation. So here this one we are having separation. And coming to next one, chromatogram. The next term we should know here is chromatogram. So what is chromatogram? So see here, when the components are passing, then we are having one detector here. Okay, so whenever the individual components are separating, so the individual components separating means what here? So there will be some increase. So the whenever the solution is passing like this, so whenever the solution is passing like this, in detector it will show the peaks like this, means the separation of the individual peaks it is going to show in the chromatogram. So means what? Depending upon this, what we can say, we can easily find the chromatogram, means the individual components which is showing as a peak, as a plot in a detector, that one we call it as what here? Chromatogram. Okay, so the peaks which is dividing it into individual mixture, that one we call it as what here? Chromatogram. And one more thing we are having here, retention time. or retention factor, we can say. Okay, so retention time or retention factor. So now here, see in this the stationary phase, to this stationary phase, and here detector. Okay, so we are having some detector. How much it is traveled, the distance between the moving phase and the distance between the detector, that one we call it as what here, retention time. Means what we can say means the distance between the component by moving this solvent front, we can say it as what here, retention time. See from this spot to the, from the detector means from the, for example here, let us take a beaker. You have inserted a paper here, then here it is passing, means it is dividing into individual components, right? So in this what happens, the liquid is flowing here, means to the bottom of this paper and to this point we should find the distance, that one how much time it is taking, that one we call it as what here, retention time. So what we can say, distance traveled by the solvent and the component, that one we call it as what here, retention time. And we are having elution, eluent and elutate. So elution is nothing but, this is a process means in which a solute, means here what here, solute, mobile phase if you are taking, it is a solute. Okay, so the solute are, so here we are having stationary phase and also mobile phase. So mixture of components we are taking now. So let us take, this is a solute. So this solute are separated through a mobile phase, that one we call it as what here, elution. The process in which, what we can say here, the process in which the solutes are separated through mobile phase, we call it as elution. The process in which solute of stationary phase is separated through mobile phase, that one we call it as what, elution. Then what is eluent? Eluent is nothing but here completely the solvent, means removal of mobile phase, we call it as eluent. Then what is eluate? Eluate is nothing but removal of solvent, means mixture of components. That one we call it as eluate. So these are the basic terms we should know in the chromatography. So what is the first one we are going to discuss? Chromatography is nothing but it is a separation technique in which the mixture of components is divided into individual components. So to this separation, what is the separation? We are having two types, that is mobile phase and stationary phase. And mobile phase is nothing but moving, stationary phase is nothing but immobilized. And coming to chromatogram, what is the chromatogram? We are having, whenever the solid is separating, we are going to get a peaks, individual peaks. The peaks, whatever it is showing, that one we call it as chromatogram. Retention time is nothing but what here, the distance traveled from the solvent, means to the solvent and the individual component, that one we call it as what here, retention time. So elution is nothing but what, in which the solution of stationary phase is separated through mobile phase, we call it as elution. Eluent is nothing but only removal of mobile phase, we call it as eluent. Eluate is nothing but the mixture of components is removed, that one we call it as eluate. So these are the basic terms of chromatography. Now let us enter into principle. So let us see what is the principle. So the principle of chromatography. So principle of chromatography we are saying. So this principle of chromatography depends upon here adsorption. Principle of chromatography depends upon what here? Adsorption, partition, ion exchange, or affinity we can say here, and size exclusion. So the chromatography depends upon these four principles. Now let us discuss each one by one. The first one we are going to discuss here is adsorption. So first of all we should know what is adsorption. Okay, so absorption is different and adsorption is different. So absorption and adsorption is different. So absorption is nothing but complete distortion or complete detection we can say. Okay, so adsorption is not complete detection. So complete detection I am saying. So what is absorption then? So if you take a sponge, when you kept it in water, so the sponge is kept in water, then what happens? The sponge will carry out complete water molecules, right? So means what here? The sponge is absorbing complete water. When you touch, the sponge is having water. So this is about absorption. Means the sponge completely it is absorbing what here? Water. That one we call it as what here? Adsorption. Okay. So what is adsorption? It is a complete detection. So means what here? The sponge is completely absorbing water. We call it as adsorption. General example. One more example if you have been taken. So let us take one more example. If tea is fallen down, if you take a tissue paper, so the tissue paper absorbs the complete molecules. So now next one, let us see here adsorption. So this is absorption, this is adsorption. Adsorption is a surface phenomena we can say. What we can say here? Surface phenomena. So here generally this is a surface. So in this surface already we are having some solid particles. So if you add mixture any gas or liquid, if you add any gas or liquid, it is going to adsorb. So general example I want to say here. Same example let us take. When a tea falls on normal paper, then what happens? The mark is on the paper, but it is not attacking the inside of the molecules. Okay, in the paper we are having inside some of the molecules. Okay, Amma? So see here adsorption is nothing but what here? So adsorption is nothing but here surface phenomena we can say. So here normal tissue paper can absorb, but coming to here, when tea falls on normal paper, when tea is going to fall, then what happens? It is not going, it is showing the mark, but it is not going to absorb. That one we call it as what? Adsorption. So this is the absorption and adsorption. Here the sponge or tissue paper if you take, it completely dissolves, and coming to adsorption what happens? It is touching the walls, but not going inside of the walls. That one we call it as adsorption. So here the principle mainly, the chromatography mainly depends upon adsorption we are saying. So here, and also I have spoken your affinity. Affinity is nothing but what? Attraction of the molecules. Okay, so if there is more attraction of molecules, then it will undergo what here? Adsorption. There is less attraction, there will be less absorption. So this is nothing but affinity. This is nothing but what? Affinity, what we can say? Attraction. So attraction is nothing but what here? So if the paper is absorbing completely, then we call it as it is having more absorption. Okay. So this absorption, mainly we are going to speak about column chromatography. According to absorption, we are having column, TLC, thin layer chromatography, and HPLC. So basing upon the absorption principle, we are going to speak about column, TLC, and HPLC. So this is about absorption principle. Now next one, let us see here, partition. So partition mainly depends upon the solubility, we can say. In the name itself, partition is nothing but what? Partition means separating. Okay. In the name itself, it is saying partition is nothing but what? Here separating. So separating the components. So what happens? This partition mainly depends upon the solubility. Solubility is nothing but we can have low solubility or high solubility. And here we are having mobile phase, either it is gas or liquid. And coming to stationary phase, we are going to take here is, in stationary phase, liquid. Okay, so this liquid will be polar molecule. Okay, polarity. So before going to this, I have said the stationary phase is a liquid. So means what here? Let us take a supporting material of the stationary phase. So see, this is a supporting material. So this supporting material consists of a solid. This supporting material is coated with what here? Solid, right? If you take a wires, if you have been seen that what here inside the inside copper wires we are having, outside a thick wire we are having, right? Means what? It is some insulated wire we are having out the copper wire. So in the same way, this stationary phase is coated with solid. To this solid, a small liquid is going to coated. In the place of platinum, we are going to use what here? Liquid coated solid. Okay. So this solid, then the separation of individual components is passing. When you pass mobile phase, automatically it is going to separate. So that's why we have taken it is a liquid. The partition is between the liquid on the stationary phase. Then what is polarity? Non-polar. What is polar and non-polar? Non-polar is nothing but same charges. Same charge if you are having, that when we call it as non-polar. Polar is nothing but difference in charge. Difference in charge. That when we call it as polarity. Difference in charge is nothing but positive and negative. Okay. So if suppose the positive atoms is more, negative atoms is less, means what here? The polarity is high. The polarity is high. Then solubility is what here? Solubility is low. Then what happens? The separation will not be possible here. Why? Because in a stationary phase, when you take in stationary phase, in that already a liquid is present, means what here? The polarity molecules is attracting to the what here? Stationary phase. So the molecules, whatever it is there, it is going to attacking the charges, whatever it is present. The positive molecules is going to attract what here? Liquid molecules. So whenever it is attracting the liquid molecules, automatically the moving phase, means the mobile phase, whatever it is there, means it is not going to separate. It will take some time to separate. Means the elution, whatever here we are taking, it will be eluted later. So the eluted later means what here? Because of this, the solubility is low. And coming to here, if positive charge is less and negative charge is more, then what happens? Polarity is low. We can easily separate the molecules. So here what happens? Solubility will be high. So eluted, faster, we can say. So this is nothing but what here? This is nothing but polarity. So as we are discussing here partition, so partition mainly depends upon the solubility. So this is the reason how the partition is going to happen. So if the polarity is high, the molecules is not going to separate. Why? Because in the stationary phase it is going to stick. If polarity is low, then solubility is high, it can be eluted faster. So this is nothing but what here? Partition. So this is, in this partition we are going to discuss about column chromatography. Okay, so according to this partition chromatography, we are having column chromatography and also ion exchange chromatography. That one we are going to take the principle of partition. And coming to next one, we are having ion exchange chromatography, as we have seen in the previous class. Okay, so in the previous class we have discussed ion exchange chromatography. So what happens in the ion exchange chromatography? If suppose if a cation, if a matrix is present, a resin is present here, let us take a ion exchange resin. So that indicates what here? CH3 COOH, which is present. So when you add some copper or magnesium, then what happens? It is going to replace with the H plus ions. That one we call it as cation ion exchange resin. Or if suppose OH minus it is going to replace, then it is going to form it as a anion ion exchange resin, right? So this is about ion exchange chromatography, which we have spoken already in the previous class. And next one we are having here size exclusion chromatography. So size exclusion chromatography. Size exclusion, in the name itself we are having the size. So the chromatography, whatever you are taking, it depends upon what here? Size. So here in the inside we are having stationary phase. Okay, so let us see here. Inside the molecules is attacked with stationary phase. In this size exclusion chromatography, we are having size fermentation and size fermentation. Fermentation is different, fermentation is different. Okay, so in this what happens means we are going to use gels. Mainly what we are using here? Gels. So gels is a very sticky compound, as we know. So this is a stationary phase. So when you add here high molecular weight molecules and low molecular weight molecules, if you are adding these two molecules, so then what happens here? The low molecular weight molecules will stick to the here this stationary phase, and high molecular weight, whatever it is there, it is going to separate here. So you should be getting one doubt here. High molecular weight means the molecular weight which is having very high, it should not separate easily. Low molecular means which is having molecular weight less, it should separate easily, right? We are having that doubt. So here what happens means whatever the molecules having very less weight, that is going to stick this stationary phase, this solid, and this high molecular weight cannot stick. Why? Because of the molecular weight is high, so they can easily separate. So this is about the size exclusion. Depending upon this size, if you are having more size, it can easily separate. If you are having low size, it cannot separate easily. So this is nothing but principle of the chromatography. Okay, so in the next class we can discuss about the classification of chromatography. Thank you.